Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
3 American citizens and 1 American green card holder. All 4 have been imprisoned unjustly in Russia. Paul for nearly 6 years. Vladimir since 2022. Evan since March of 2023. And Alsu since October of 2023. Russian authorities arrested them, convicted them in show trials, and sentenced them to long prison terms with absolutely no legitimate reason whatsoever. None.
Dark Brandon with 0 Fs left to give. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Right?
While he had COVID, he was doing this.
Yeah.
Yes, and right hours before he made the announcement to pass the torch to Kamala Harris. I mean, you know what it reminded me of is when Obama was busy ripping Trump a new one at the White House Correspondents' Dinner while he was killing bin Laden.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean, oh my God. There is no other way to spin this than a historic deal and success for the Biden-Harris administration. It is, and you knew it, Chris, right? Without even having to go to social media, that Trump was either going to
Take credit for it.
Right.
on it, or
Right.
take credit for it, or
Right.
make it about him
And
somehow.
and it was
Because-
both.
Yes.
It was both.
Yes. Because we cannot have... And this reminds me, I always go back to when they cheered, the right wing cheered when Chicago lost the Olympics,
Right.
Yeah.
when America lost the Olympics, because it's Obama's city. Anyway, and so here we are, what should be an amazing moment for America.
Yeah.
A historic prisoner swap where we get all of our hostages home. I mean, even Jake Sullivan is like choking up
Yeah.
at the podium. And of course, you're just like, oh God, because you know he was going to, first of all, he's had the worst week ever.
Yeah.
Right? He's in the midst of this backlash from his latest horribly racist comments. And this stupid traitorous thing he'd been saying, this blackmailing America, just, they'll let out Evan for me, but only for me. And if you elect me, they'll let him out. Putin will only do it for me. So first of all, he looks like an effing idiot.
Yep.
Right? And then it's like most pundits are saying exactly what I said yesterday,
Yep.
Chris, that it's because even Putin's like can read polls and the
Yeah.
American electorate and go, this loser's going to lose.
Yep.
There's no amount of colluding that's going to, right? And he also knows that the Biden administration, it's because of all the support of all of these
Allies.
NATO
Other countries,
allies
yes.
that Biden was able to get this done. He knows Trump wouldn't. He doesn't have a relationship with any of our NATO allies, right? What Biden got Germany to do, I mean, it's because of the strength of our alliances. And this was how long in the making, right?
Months, I would imagine.
And yes, Kamala Harris was intimately involved, obviously,
was.
right? So of course they're like, oh, look at Kamala Harris taking credit for it. It's like, no, the Biden administration credited her immediately. I mean, this whole story, President Biden finalized the deal to get the hostages out about an hour before he announced he was with COVID.
with COVID.
This is a BFD, as
It
someone
is.
would say,
It is.
right?
It is.
The eventual prisoner swap took place months after the death of Navalny. That is tragic. He was supposed to be part of this.
Yeah.
Despite talks to get him released involving the U.S. and Germany, the two allies continued working on a deal for other prisoners up until Biden's surprise announcement. By the way, Wall Street Journal, you were calling Biden old and telling him to get out of the race while he was working to get your reporter home. Oh, so many people owe Biden an apology.
Big one.
I'm going door to door to get it
All right.
from everyone.
Good luck.
Okay. You can go to Manhattan.
Yeah, start in New York.
I'm going to start in New York tonight. I'll be in late, so just expect me.
Have a nice rosé out and ready.
Yes. It's an August Grand Rosé, not
Right.
just any rosé.
Not just any rosé.
President Biden, about an hour before he notified the world he was dropping out of the presidential race on July 25th, called the Prime Minister of Slovenia, whose country was contributing 2 convicted Russian spies to the swap, to secure the pardon necessary for the deal to proceed. Russia insisted on the return of a convicted murderer who was sentenced to life in prison by a German court for killing a German on German soil.
Yeah.
So the fact that he got Germany, and you know what this is real. Whatever Trump says is bull. But he said to Biden, I will do this for you.
Yeah.
Think of what do you call it? Trump's relationship with Angela Merkel, who couldn't stand him. Imagine doing anything for him. Dunkoff. I think she used the word Dunkoff every time she mentioned
Doomkopf.
Dumkov.
Doomkopf.
Dunkoff. Right. A breakthrough in the negotiations came in February when the German chancellor met with Biden in the Oval Office. He said, "For you, I will do this." So then Navalny died several days later. Yes, died. Passed away, just completely of natural.
Yeah.
And the offer collapsed before it was presented to Moscow, but Vice President Kamala Harris met privately with Schultz at a conference in Munich to stress the importance of releasing Krasikov, and she met with Robert Golob, the Prime Minister of Slovenia, to continue the negotiations. So, oh my God. I mean, meanwhile, who is it reminded us on Twitter? Oh, Sue. Every word he spews is a lie. Never gave anything up. In 2020, Trump agreed to free 5,000 Taliban prisoners.
No kidding.
And then
Remember
invited them to Camp David.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then agreed to give 250 Hutu rebels in exchange for 2 wrongfully detained Americans. He is the worst deal maker ever. I mean, that was the first thing he did yesterday, right? He trothed like, oh, I was going to deal with this. Is probably a bad deal. They gave him money. And God, he just can't
he can't.
ever say what a great day for America.
No.
You just reminded me that I miss the Hutus and the Tutsis.
Yeah, I miss them.
Yeah.
They were fun. It was not a fun situation, but it was fun names.
Fun to say. I loved it when they were in the news all the time.
For good reasons.
My bad.
That's not good.
Is that bad?
Okay.
It's bad.
I'm
It's a little
sorry.
bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Bob tweeted yesterday. So Trump's first reaction is not to welcome the hostages home, to blather incoherently about bad deals. What an un-American weirdo. Thank you. He is un-American.
Yes.
Before you get to everything else, he is so un-American and such a traitorous piece of... Oh, I just...
You can't even?
I can't. I stopped being able to even at some point yesterday, Chris. Thank you for asking. I am fired up and ready to go.
I guess so. You're ready for New York.
New York City. I am winging off to New York after the show today. We have John Fugelsang on the show, Dana Goldberg,
Yep.
Frangela already there.
Yep.
Hal Sparks on his way, I believe, today.
Yes. I saw your cheat sheet. For,
This is the first time I made a cheat sheet to introduce the panel.
well, I mean...
Because so I don't forget, because it's 7 people, and also so we have the jingles in the right order. It's a lot. All right, I have a love and a hate letter.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Sexy Liberal New York City from Paul. My name's Paul, longtime listener, 11 billion years. Chris, I realize we're going to hit our 20th anniversary in September.
For this
like
particular
Labor Day.
show.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I got 20 years before that.
Yeah.
As I started, like Shirley Temple, as a child star of
When you're this
2.
many, you were that many years
I
old.
was 2.
Sing a verse of the Good Ship Lollipop. Come on.
Good ship, lollipop. That was my first radio jingle.
When you-
open.
no, when you
so
had-
open. Before Walking on Sunshine, it was Good Ship Lollipop.
Well, and you had curly hair then.
Yeah.
Yes. And I sang My Heart Belongs to Daddy.
Oh, boy.
Hi, Daddy.
Okay. I will be going to my first ever Sexy Liberal show. I have tickets for the meet and grope. Oh, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
I'm bringing
yeah.
a new Sexy Liberal to the show, my 21-year-old daughter. She's the kids that started listening like in the womb.
Uh-huh.
It's true that the first time I listened to your show, I loved it. That is unusual.
That's, yeah, usually we're an acquired taste.
Oh. Yeah, I grow on you like, mold in your bathtub, but at first glance you're like, ugh, what is that? When I found out we share the same birthday, it was all I needed.
Oh.
Like you, people not named Carol Burnett think I'm in my 40s. Looking forward to Saturday. Not everyone can have a Carol Burnett approved big lie. You have to be friends with Jody Hamilton. Oh, by the way, I saw. Wow, hang on a second. This was quite a surprise since I am the HR department. here
Yes.
At the Stephanie Miller Show, Jody got a performance evaluation access official.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is literally from Stephanie Miller HR team.
Uh-huh.
I certainly hope you clicked on all the links they
All
sent.
of the links were clicked on.
Yeah, great.
Attention, Jody.
Oh.
This communication serves to notify you of the availability of your performance evaluation. You could just ask me.
Ask her how you're doing.
How am I doing?
Good. Okay. See your personalized review via the attached document. I just gave it to you orally, so don't worry, so to speak. Pillow Princess.
Oh my God!
Hey.
Someone's horny.
All names highlighted, marked in red, indicate employees to be terminated. Oh, there's just one. This looks like Chris. Just
Huh? Hey!
We appreciate your continued service and commitment to our organization.
Our
Sincerely,
organization.
Director of HR, Stephanie Miller, Human Resources Department. Is this a joke or is this
That's the
spam?
second one I've gotten.
It's marked spam.
It's spam,
but
it's the second
actually-
one I've gotten.
Why is it marked spam yet it got
It
through to your
says
inbox?
it's from
It didn't. It
HR
got
at
into my spam
StephanieMiller.com.
folder.
All right.
I go into my junk folder every now and then to see if it's anything
Okay.
I need,
All
and
right.
it was there this morning.
All right. Would you like the, where's the hate letter? Hang on. Oh, it's not so much hate. Hold on. It's not so much hate as it's notes, Chris.
Oh,
By the way, did
we
Carol,
love
Burnett,
notes.
Carol Burnett's director ever give her notes during the Carol
all
Burnett
the
show?
time.
Really?
Yeah, that's his
She-
job.
Did she enjoy those?
Sometimes.
No, you know, they're just suggestions.
We love suggestions.
David, we interviewed Mika Brzezinski yesterday. Stephanie, I just listened to you interview Mika Brzezinski, and suffice to say, listening to her is a pretty disgusting experience, and your unwillingness, as well as anyone else's, to call her and Joe out for their role in Trump's becoming POTUS is very sad. The fact that I'm the only one who's willing to tell it like it is, oh, just you, David, okay, is just another example of how lame our media is today. I think you need to apologize to your audience for this pass given to her and Joe. Care to try a little integrity? Thank you, David.
Harumph.
Yes, presumably the PS would
Signed,
be
Harumph.
harumph. Okay. First of all, can I just say, I have called that out many times
Yes, you
on this
have.
show, but they were not alone. It was the entire media in
Thank you.
2016,
It
and
wasn't
we
just
don't
them.
invite people on our show to be rude to them.
Nope, we do not.
As I say all the time, I don't agree with everything everyone on this. I don't agree with anything Chris Lavoie says hardly.
It's true.
But you do sexually harass them.
You have 10 minutes with someone. First of all, 2016 was a long time ago. Get over it. They certainly, I think they've searched their souls because they have been
Yes, they've been much better.
very, supportive of President Biden
Yes.
and now future President Harris.
Yep.
And anyway, we had a great conversation. And it's, again, I'm not going to use my 10 minutes to beat her up for something 8 years ago. If you want to, get your own radio show and see how many guests you get. Okay. I'm done with my response. I don't take notes well.
Well, we know that.
All right. Anyway, all right. So I don't even know where we have as I say, John Fugelsang and Dana Goldberg, but just another historic week for the Biden Harris. And oh, by the way,
What?
Harris raised what? Actually, we are at 11 billion, over 300 million,
310.
$310 million
In a couple of weeks.
in July.
Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. I hope you'll join me on my new audio podcast, Justice Matters. I'll be using my 30 years as a federal prosecutor and Army JAG to unpack, break down, and explain the legal issues of the day, particularly where the legal intersects with the political. Please look for Justice Matters with Glenn Kirshner wherever you generally get your podcasts.